Hello there. This video is dedicated to the real Vita, or the real Vita. I don't know how you pronounce his username, but yeah, this is dedicated to him and to everyone that is trying to beat Supersonic. I beat the level on mobile only, so maybe this strategy might not be the best for PC, but it worked just fine for me. So this is going to be a guide on how to beat Supersonic, specifically my strategy of doing it. So let's begin. For this first, oops, let me just boost the music. There you go. So for this first part, you don't want to straighten yourself out with the ship. Actually, I know it feels kind of obvious. You know, a lot of the pro players do this in easier ship parts, but you probably shouldn't try to do this if you're not really good at the ship, which I'm definitely not. Instead, just try to like wiggle yourself into the gravity portals. So like this. You know? Exactly like that. I know I failed the entrance and the transition to the wave, but you get the idea. Try to wave yourself through the ship, you know, instead of trying to straight fly through this part. Because you have to fall into the gravity portals and into the wave transition. You shouldn't try to strain yourself out because you're going to end up hitting the spikes or the shurikens or saws or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, and I guess another micro tip is to lower the amount of clicks you do for each part to like 3 clicks so that you always stay consistent with it. That's what I do at least. So yeah. Exactly like that. For this wave part, it looks like you want to spam in the wave, but you probably shouldn't do that. I mean, you shouldn't spam the wave in uh, you shouldn't spam the wave in any level, in any really difficult level, to be honest. Basically, what you want to do here is you want to learn how to do a consistent amount of clicks. You know, just like with the ship part, limit the amount of waving you do. You know, don't just go in and be like, like this. This can work, but it's not consistent, right? So what you want to do is you want to wave around just enough to stay accurate. So like this. See, exactly like that. You know? Again, don't spam the screen to try to do a wave spam. That's not gonna work. Just wave around as much as you have to, right? And then it's gonna work perfectly. So yeah, again. I'm gonna explain this UFO part in like tapping lingo, so I'm not gonna go like, oh, you have to jump here 3 times and here 2 times. That's gonna be confusing. I'm just gonna say it like, I'm just gonna say that I tapped every time that I do tap. So it's like bam, 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 bam. Okay. Bam, 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 like that. You can also count it in numbers if you want to. That does make it a lot easier for a lot of people. So like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly like that. When you exit out of the UFO into the cube, you actually shouldn't try to buffer the click because sometimes you'll end up falling down to the ground too fast and you'll end up jumping on the spikes. So instead, what you want to do is you want to wait just a split second and then tap the screen. You know, it works for me every time. So yeah, this cube is pretty self-explanatory. You know, there isn't much to say about it, honestly. This ball part. Okay, so here's what you should do. Here's what you should do here. When you enter into the ball, and you switch gravity, because you can't hit the blue pad that's over here. When you end up switching gravity and hitting the blue orb, you want to hit it like, you don't want to hit it too early, but you also don't want to hit it too late. Just hit it right in the middle. You know, there is a lot of room to hit it, but generally speaking, you want to hit it right in the middle. You know, as for these two blue orbs here and here, what you want to do is you want to hit the top one whenever you want. You can hit it early or late or whatever. I always hit it like right in the middle. So hit the top one however you want, but hit the bottom one right in the middle. Okay, because if you hit it too early, you'll end up hitting the slope too high, and you'll end up flying all the way and missing a blue orb that's gonna show up later in the section. And if you hit it too late, you're gonna end up sliding too little, and you're gonna end up hitting this saw right here. So again, it's like this, bam, 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 like that. See, you want to hit the blue orb that I hit right there, like right in the middle as well. So this blue orb can be buffered. There isn't really a timing to it. This, however, okay. Oops. This part is probably the hardest part, the early section of the level, because of these times. So you gotta hit this yellow orb right here, right in the middle, okay? And then hit this one right in the middle, and then the other top orb right in the middle. And well, you get the idea. You have to time your clicks just well enough to land on this platform right here. You don't want to land too far in because you're gonna end up hitting this spike, and you don't want to, you know, click it too early so you end up hitting this spike or falling too low. So you want to hit it just late enough to land right here. So it's like this, bam, 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 like that. See, when you get here, you want to do 4 like really quick taps, but in like a specific rhythm. So it's not like da 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 like that. No, it's more like da bam, da bam, da bam, whoops, da bam, da bam, da bam, da bam, like that. I'm gonna go da bam, da bam. Okay, again, not da 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 da. No, just da bam, da bam. And then you're gonna fall into the wave. So sometimes you'll end up falling off of the platform. Hold on. Sometimes you're gonna end up falling right off into the wave portal, so be careful because sometimes that can mess you up. It happened to me a lot. So yeah, this wave is pretty self-explanatory. I had like a way of doing it consistently, but it's not necessary. You can do it however you want. So it's like bam, bam, bam. That's my way of doing it, exactly as you saw right there. So yeah, again, it's very straightforward. It's not hard to learn, and you can, you know, do it however you want, honestly. So this, of course, you enter into the cube as a 2 times speed, at 2 times speed. But of course, there's the half times speed, you know, portal or arrow, whatever you want to call it, right over here, which is kind of hidden. But so when you jump here, typically when you're in 2 times speed, you can jump over triple spikes pretty easily. But you want to hit this one as if you're jumping over the triple spike at normal speed, okay? Because you're gonna end up hitting the half times speed arrow right here. That's hidden behind the black fuzz, and you're gonna end up hitting the spike. So just hit it right, like right here, you know, like right at the end of it, like that. You know, treat it as if it's like a regular, you know, triple spike, not as a 2 times speed jump. This shit, it looks a lot tighter than it actually is. It's actually yeah, see, You want to treat it like a real, a normal speed triple spike jump. So this ship part, it looks a lot tighter than it actually is. It's actually pretty easy, honestly. It can be nerve-wracking, depending on how good you are or how bad you are at the ship. But it's generally not that hard at all. It's the shit that comes after it that's the suckiest part of the entire level. So when you enter into this cube, you want to jump off of the ledge right here very, very late. Not so late that you end up hitting the spike that's next to the ledge, but just late enough to jump over these spikes at the bottom right here. So bam, like that. You don't want to hold down to jump over these platforms because you're gonna end up hitting these spikes. So just wait a split second and then jump. Yeah, like that. These can be buffered. This, however, is insane. Okay, this is the biggest choke point of the entire level. Okay, so practice this part the most. Yeah, so it's like, it's pretty straightforward, but just because it's straightforward, obviously that doesn't mean it's not hard. This is the biggest choke point. Okay, I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. This is the biggest choke point of the entire level. So you just have to straighten yourself out through this super tight gap. Okay, this probably is the part that makes this level an insane demon. Were it not for this part, this level would probably be like a hard demon at most. Okay, so yeah, you want to straighten yourself out. Careful not to go too low here because you're gonna hit this saw, and same thing for the saw over here and the one over here. So yeah, straighten yourself out very, very well, and like that. You don't have to straighten yourself out here at the very end. You can just, wiggle yourself up a little bit, and you'll end up hitting this. You're gonna end up transitioning to the wave pretty well. So, yeah, the wave, pretty straightforward. Nothing much to say here. So it's like boom, boom, almost. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. When you enter into the ship portal, you don't want to enter into it too high up or too far down because you're going to end up hitting the black fuzz and you're going to mess up your timing in general. So you should try to hit it right in the middle. And when you do, you want to do a big swing. A big, well-timed swing like that. Don't try to strain yourself out of it. It's not going to work. Okay, just do a big old swing down, and then after that, just strain yourself out through this. It looks pretty hard, and it is pretty hard, honestly, but it gets very consistent with practice, so you shouldn't worry about it too much. So it's like this. Oh yeah, and you don't want to enter into this dual cube portal too high because you'll end up hurting yourself, so be very careful about that. When you enter into the cube, don't jump too early, but also don't jump too late. If you jump too early, you're going to end up falling down and you're going to end up hurting yourself. If you jump too late, you're going to end up jumping over these platforms right here and here. You end up jumping over them and then falling down, dying. So you want to hit it like right in the middle, right about here. I'm not going to explain this part in like super complex terms. Again, same with the UFO, I'm just going to explain when I tap, okay, and when I hold. I'm not going to explain exactly how this part works because it's not really possible to explain this normally, okay? Because it's a duel, it's just complicated. It's like that kind of part in a level that you just learn. You don't really know how to explain how you learn it, but you just learn it, so here's how it goes. So hold, tap, 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 tap. Hold on. Hold, tap, 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 tap. Hold, tap, tap, hold, tap, tap. Exactly like that. Okay. Remember that pattern in your head, and eventually you're gonna get it down. Okay, now onto this dual ball. This is also one of the bigger choke points of the entire level. Mainly because the timings in it are very, not inconsistent, but very unusual, especially for people who are not used to the dual ball. So what you want to do here is, okay, so these yellow orbs right here and here, you don't want to switch gravity into them too late because you're going to end up missing them, and you also don't want to do it too early because you're going to end up either hitting this saw or falling down into the black fuzz. So You want to do it just well enough, and then tap these 3 orbs pretty quickly. Don't, buffer them immediately, because that sometimes will send you flying up, and you'll end up missing the next 3 blue orbs. So just hit them like right in there. Bam, 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 like that. If you have cold fingers, again, this I don't think you should be trying out this level. So just whenever you want to play Supersonic, I think you should just warm yourself up first and then play, because it requires a lot of, not spam, but just quick clicks in succession, So here's what you want to do. Bam, 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 bam. Same thing with these yellow orbs as before. Don't want to hit them too late. Don't want to switch gravity too late or switch gravity too early. Just right at the right time, like that. Hit this blue orb whenever you want to, doesn't make a difference. This part, however, this was extremely confusing for me at first. I did not know why I kept dying at this part. I didn't know how it worked, but I think I figured it out. And essentially the way it works is, for the low ball, you want to switch gravity and hit this blue orb right in the middle, okay? And when you do that, the top ball will go up just enough to fly and then fall back down onto this yellow orb. When you get to this yellow orb, you don't want to hit it too low or too far forward or too far back. I know that sounds very, very, very hard, and it is. What you want to do is you want to make the top ball swing up just high enough to hit the yellow orb right at the top of it. After which, obviously the low ball swings down right here. Hold on. Bam, 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 bam. Nope. Like that. Exactly like that. Of course, you want to sync the low ball with the top ball flying down, so both of them hit the yellow orbs at the right time. You hit these two, you hit this yellow orb and this yellow orb, and then you go into the transition. This transition is a bit fucky. It can be very inconsistent if you don't know how it works, but essentially you don't want to enter into it too early. Like you don't want to do it so that you hit these yellow orbs right at the back. You want to hit them like right at the top. And you also don't want to do it too late, because sometimes the ship will spawn too high up or too far down. So yeah, it's a bit inconsistent, honestly, but usually it happens exactly as you saw right there. So it essentially just swings a tiny bit up, because of the falling down of the blue balls. And what you want to do is you want to do like a quick tap, so you can enter this yellow gravity portal safely, and then hold down, smash the bottom right here at the fake spikes, let go, slide off of the spike, the fake spikes at the top, and then tap again to enter another gravity portal. So it goes like this, pretty much. Hold on. Oop. Exactly like that, as you saw right there. After you enter the blue gravity portal, you want to just go up. This looks tight. This looks really, really tight, but it's actually quite easy. Hold on. Just give me a sec. There you go. This UFO part is really, really easy. This time it also isn't that tight, honestly. So yeah, there isn't much to explain here. I know some people might die at this part, which would suck really, really bad, but trust me, you're most likely never going to die here. So boom, boom, bam, 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 bam. Exactly like that. This way part, very self-explanatory. You just want to learn how to do it consistently. Bam, 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 bam. Oops. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, there isn't much to explain about this part. You just gotta learn how to do it very well. It's just pure wave skill, which is why I really like this part. Although it can be very nerve-wracking. When you enter this ball part, you want to enter it very, very low. You don't want to enter it too high up, because the ball will end up falling down and hitting the black fuzz at the bottom. So you want to fall and hit this platform right here, and then immediately switch gravity twice. So, boom, oh wait, bam, bam, oh, bam, bam, like that. Then you're gonna fall right here. This is a very difficult memory part. Most people don't know how to do it and can't guess how to do it just by looking at it. So really all it is two things. One, remembering when to fall, remembering when to switch gravity and when to fall down or to let go of the ball, essentially. And second thing is to remember when to time, is to remember to time each and every click of the ball, because this part isn't just a memory part. It also has timing. So make sure you don't buffer anything, because it's gonna end up killing you. So I remember this part in like a numbered way. Basically, what I did is I searched for a level that showcased each and every block that is physical. I searched for a level like that. You can literally just search Supersonic ball help. Go search that in the search bar, and you're gonna find some levels. And when you do that, learn how to do the parts in a numbered way. So the way I do it is every time I switch gravity, I just say a number. So like if I switch gravity twice immediately, I go 1, 2, and then I just let go. And then right after that, when I have to switch gravity again, I just count the numbers. 1. If I switch gravity once, I just say 1. If I have to switch gravity twice before I fall, I say if I have to switch gravity twice before I fall, I say 1, 2, and then I just reset the counter essentially. So here is how it goes. So okay, bam bam, oops, bam bam, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Exactly like that. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, this isn't just a memory part. Okay, this is a timing part. So be careful not to buffer anything here. And then comes this cue part. This cue part looks very, very intimidating the first time you get to it. And it is, but it gets very consistent. So what you want to do here, a lot of people, when they get to this cube part, they buffer the first cube jump, but I don't recommend you do that ever. Okay, I used to do that, but then I learned a different strategy that made the part a whole lot easier. Basically, what you want to do, instead of buffering the click, you want to wait just a split second and then jump into the gravity portal. Because if you buffer the click, the cube, instead of just simply entering the gravity portal, it'll instead fall into it, which will cause it falling up to be latent, so you won't have as much room to hit the blue orb right here. So just wait a split second and then jump. Jump. Like exactly like that. So you have the perfect amount of room to hit the blue orb. After which you want to hit the pink orb right here and the blue orb right here very, very quickly and time them very well too. Don't hit this blue orb too late because you're gonna end up hitting the spikes, and don't end up hitting it too early and then jumping because you're gonna end up. Don't hit it too late because you're gonna end up failing the next gravity. The next orb portal clicks. That sounds very confusing. You just want to time this blue orb like right into it, and when you hit it, hold down to jump over the spikes. I typically do that because it's much easier for me than having to click each thing individually. So bam bam bam, whoop, bam bam, nope, bam 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 bam. Exactly like that. Okay, don't hit this one, just hit the other ones like we just saw. So bam bam, this is pretty straightforward. Hit this last one, don't hit it too late, hit it early enough to hit these blue pads well. Don't hit it too late because you're gonna end up hitting this pillar or wall or whatever you want to call it. And now into this last ship part, the infamous last ship part in Supersonic. This part is very hard, and somehow I fluked it. I never died at this part, somehow. So I'm very, very glad to have done that, but you should be very, very careful. You should practice this part a lot if you don't want to die at it. So here's what you want to do. So when you enter into the ship portal, you want to just tap it once, slightly, boom, like that. Because if you let go, you're just gonna end up hitting the shurikens, obviously. So boom, tap it once, and what you want to do is you want to swing up, not you want to swing down just enough, so that you can fall into this gravity portal right here. Because you can't straighten yourself out into it. That's too hard. It's not necessary. It's pretty much the same thing as the very first ship part in the level. So you want to swing into the gravity portals. Okay, you don't want to straighten yourself out. You don't want to straighten yourself out when you go into them. No, you want to fall into them. So yeah, boom. So tap, whoop, whoop, like that. Exactly like that. Okay, so boom, nope, boom, whoop, nope, that's too much. Boom, whoop, bam, and same thing. Hold on. Give me a sec. And same thing when it comes to this gravity portal, you want to fall down into it and then tap slightly so you can fly over these shurikens right here. Exactly like that. And that's it. That is the Supersonic guide. Maybe some of you prefer different strategies to this one, but this is my personal strategy for beating the level, and I believe it is, and I honestly believe it is the best strategy. Not to brag or whatever, but I feel like I have genuinely perfected my practice run to the best of my ability. The level took me around like 6,500 attempts, so I did practice it very, very well. And I hope that this video has taught you something. I hope that it gives you, the motivation to play the level, or understand that it is not too difficult for you in any way. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and good luck.